Hi, this is Mike with AskTractorMike.com. In back of me is a brush hog or bush hog. That's a brand name, but you can call it that, or a topper or a slasher, depending on where you are in the world. I'm finding out there's lots of different names for a rotary cutter, depending on where you are. And this particular one has a real problem. The last person that used it actually ran over an electric fence and wound, it looks like a quarter mile of electric fence wire underneath the blades. It may not be anywhere near that. And what we're going to do today is show you the danger of getting around fences and getting in places that you don't know what's been there before. I don't know the situation that surrounded this, but I know we've got to clean a bunch of wire out of there. The only good news to all of this is the wire, usually what happens, that wire will ride up and get up in the seal area of the gearbox. And a lot of times a jagged edge will tear that seal out, and then all the oil will drain out, and the person using it won't know it has no lubrication, and it'll burn up the gearbox. What we're going to do today, we're going to pick this up, and I do not recommend you do this at home. The only reason I'm doing it, I've been around equipment my whole life. I've been around dealerships, and I know how to do it safely, but I don't recommend a novice doing this. But what we're going to do is pick this brush hog up with the pallet forks of the tractor and a strap, and then I'm actually going to put some brace boards underneath it. If it started to come down, I want to have time to get out from under it. And we've got it against a tree, and then once we get it up in the air, we're going to strap it to the tree to make sure that it can't come down if something happened to the forks of the tractor. And again, I don't recommend you trying this. There's lots of bad things that happen. If there's a leak in the hydraulic system of the tractor, it can come down, but unless the tree falls down and the boards break and the tractor has a catastrophic failure, I'm safe doing this. When I first lifted up the brush hog, this is what I saw. There's wire wrapped all around the stump jumper, and the stump jumper is this big plate that the blades bolt on. I got all of that off with the brush hog on the back of the tractor raised up with jack stands under it, all except for some wire that's between the blades and the stump jumper. And that may be my next video, how to take blades off, because that's wrapped in there tight. But there's a bunch of wire between the stump jumper and the deck of the brush hog. And there's no good way to get to that with your arms underneath the brush hog. So that's why we had to lift it up. We're going to get after it now. There's no easy way of doing this. We're going to get all this wire cut from around the gearbox, and it's real important that we do this. Like I said, if you get wire underneath there, shut the brush hog off immediately and take it to the shop and get that wire out of there, because it's a lot cheaper and easier to do that than it is to replace the gearbox. And that's what generally happens. That's what causes a lot of the gearbox failures, is either a net wrap in the field or wire that gets wrapped up around the gearbox, and it just takes that bottom seal out and drains the oil, and the gearbox gets hot, and pretty soon you're buying the new gearbox. And I've had to buy one of those, and I can tell you that that's not something you really want to do. Well, it took about an hour to get all that wire out of there, but we've got it out, and this is the sum total of what was underneath the brush hog. You can see that quite a bit of wire, quite a mess. So takeaways from this are know the area you're cutting and make sure there's no wire laying in it. And if you do get wire in there, shut it off immediately and pray you didn't kill the gearbox. I survive on web traffic. I'd be honored if you'd share this video with other tractor enthusiasts and like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have questions or comments, put them down below. We'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.